I'm very pleased today to be talking to James Walters of Smithstone Walters, the winners of the important new category Immigration Team of the Year. Established in 2001, Smithstone Walters is now the largest UK inbound immigration consultancy. James, why did you enter the Immigration Team of the Year award?
Why did we enter, Ruth? Yeah, it's a very good question. I think when you think about immigration, it's not the most glamorous aspect of all the many facets of the relocation service, but fundamentally it is the cornerstone. You know, if the immigration doesn't work, then the rest of the relocation areas just fall through the cracks. So work with a fantastic team that deliver and have delivered for many years now exceptional service to some of the biggest companies in the world. So I thought it was a great opportunity to showcase that. And to celebrate it as well. I mean, it's really delighted that Relocate actually for the first time put in an immigration award, because I think it is key to the relocation piece generally across the many services.
Okay. Could you tell us a little bit about what Smithstone Walters gained by going through the process?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, Ruth, really, because I think going through the process is the key phrase there, because having gone through that, there's two things really. One is that you can involve the wider team. I think it's a great motivation for some of the other team members to get involved and be inspired to really take a step back and look at what we do very well. And I think also from a business owner's sort of point of view, things are normally so busy. You're very much at the coalface and you're running your business day in, day out. And often the chance you get to look at what you do really well may be at a point of a tender or an RFP when there's time pressure and it's difficult. So I think with the awards, you know, they've got a nice sort of cozy timeline. You get plenty of time to look at that. You can really take a step back and think, actually, what is it that we do really well? What is it that we like to celebrate? What would we like to sort of shout from the rooftops about? And from a business owner's perspective, that's a great thing to be able to do. So I think from the going through the process, it's those two things that stick out for me.
Excellent. The judges commended you for your realism and excellent service delivery, and you also have impressive client references. How important are your relationships with your clients, and do you consider that you work in partnership with them?
For sure. I think partnership is a key word, and you cannot overstate the relationship, really. I mean, fundamentally, you know, in an age where everything's driven by technology and it's driven by process and it's all about sort of speed of process, it's easy to forget people, and fundamentally immigration is about people. I used to be in the immigration service and have seen firsthand the strange ways that people can react in front of an immigration officer and say quite strange things sometimes. So we very much encourage the team to say, look, this is a partnership. You do spend that time to get to know your HR, your GMU manager. You do spend time to get to know the assignee and work out how they tick. There isn't really a one-size-fits-all solution to immigration either. We're all working to the same laws, the same rules, same regulations, but companies approach that in different ways. You'll get some companies that will say, well, actually, I want to be standoffish. You just run the program for me. Others that want to be copied in on literally every activity that happens. Others that want everything tech-driven. So unless you actually spend the time and build that relationship with the company, start to understand their culture, how can you really know what best works for them? So, you know, as a rule, really, we encourage all of our team and specifically go out to recruit people that are strong at relationship management so that we understand exactly what the client needs and what their business culture is.
And we are delighted that Smithstone Walters are sponsors of the Immigration Team of the Year category this year. What made you decide to sponsor the award?
Yeah, well, I thought two things mostly. One, I mean, I've worked with Fiona and the Relocate team for a number of years on sort of different projects and things. And I think they do a great job in so much as promoting best practice in the industry, and so it's great to be able to support them in this way. Two, you know, immigration needs to remain at the forefront of relocation, because it really is right at the top of the tree. As I mentioned, if the immigration isn't right, the rest of the relocation falls apart. So it's good to keep that in with the right profile. also celebrate some of the fantastic work that immigration firms actually do, because it's actually quite hard to deliver a fantastic sort of time-bound service when you're dealing with government, whether it's government in the UK or governments worldwide. You're trying to unpick their rules and their timelines and the service that they provide and kind of deliver that into a company seamlessly. So there's plenty of guys out there that provide a fantastic service, and I think it's right to recognise and celebrate that.